chair and talk to the brother. I hear you on your organization. If you will, can you tell me a little bit more about it?
What do you want to know?
Well, first of all,
let me
the
introduce
name of it.
myself.
Go ahead.
My name is Abdul Wale. I've just been recently released from prison after serving almost 12 years.
That's what I'm screaming. Go ahead.
I'm still, as a wise brother told me, my eyes are still blurry to this society that I've returned back to. The government, as you already know, is not designed for convenience. It's not designed comfort to help you. Every door I done knocked on, they done slammed 2 more doors right behind that door. They put up all sorts of red tape. I was like one step from being homeless. Fortunately, I got a loving relative, my aunt, opened up her home to me and allowed me to stay with her. But this is definitely not what I envisioned. You know, we get these resource books in prison. 1-800. You get all this money when you come home. You know, I've completed the SEALS program, the HOPE program, the STARS program.
Certificates of the what?
You know, you name it, I'd apply myself, and I completed these programs. I had certificates to show, but it means nothing. It actually means nothing out here. I didn't do it actually for nobody else. I did it for myself, for my own self gratification. I didn't do it to please nobody but me. But I find it so hard to believe that individuals myself, every day, brothers, is being reintegrated back into society, and it's nothing out here for them. You go down there to welfare, you apply to welfare, you get the Family First card. Their housing situation, they suggested that I go to a homeless shelter after maxing out from Trent State Prison. And you want to put me right back in the harm's way in this dormitory setting. Like, you creating more problems. You're creating more and more, and you're breeding this, man.
If I could stop you real quick. The funny part is that a lot of people don't realize that as far as the insurance companies go, you better have a better chance being governor. It's not the actual people that are hiring you that are refusing to not hire you.
Yeah.
They have protocols they have to do. And a lot of them have to be insured, and it's the insurance companies that are holding you back because they consider you an at-risk element, and they don't want to provide that they don't want, insurance company is for help, it's for your health, and so they don't want to put anybody in the environment which would be risque to their health. So this is a lot of times, this is where things get caught up. The second part is like you were saying, my name's Bailey Clark. I have BARC Solutions, and it's in the community development. The key thing for you to do is to find out your abilities. What have you been good at all your life?
To be honest, I've been good at hustling.
So you're a good salesman?
Yeah. I'm good at I'm good at communicating. It's not nothing that I'm not willing to do. I'm in the process of starting my own little landscaping business.
Okay.
Do yard work. I'm not certified or anything like that.
But you said you were a salesman.
I can sell.
You're going to be selling your landscaping business the whole time?
I'm gonna be selling my service.
The first thing that you said to me was salesman, and what I heard was you said you're a salesman, you're a good hustler.
Yeah.
A lot of times another little secret that I would just want to let out before I go on. It's come under the misconception that we need to go to college to learn. But if you look at the logistics and what happens at college, you sign up, they either give you a grant or you pay for it, then you go there, and then as soon as you go to the teacher, he gives you a list of books that he wants you to get. Why? Because he knows that that's where you learn from. And all he's going to do is give you a couple aptitude tests to find out whether or not you're learning. You can do that yourself. You can go find out whatever course there is, because where do you have to go to buy the book? You have to go to a store to buy the book. And a lot of people get caught up on I need to go to school, I need to go to college. No, you don't. What you need is the education or the training or the discipline within a given field. So if you want to be a salesman, you read sales books. If you want to be a landscaper, you read landscaping books. If you want to be a horticulturist, you know what I'm saying? You find out the information. During the landscape, like you said, you're a salesman, but you're thinking about running a landscape business. The reason why I'm a little weary of you doing that is you're going to get caught up in the application of the landscape business when you really are, you're a salesman.
Never really thought about that.
Being a landscape owner means that you have residual customers, you have to kind of branch off, you have to market, there's a lot of things that you have to do that involve landscaping, and one of them is salesman. The type of business that you're in high flow business. You're in the see in the day, don't see in the moment. Particularly if you're any kind of hustle, you weren't concerned about or it was about the dollar today. So what I'm trying to get you to see is that you need Amway, as crazy as it sounds, or what company do you?
Prime America.
Prime America might be some. You can kind of maneuver around Prime America. Another one is Prepaid Legal. Another one is Avon. Another one is Amway. You have You have Metalusa. You have a bunch of different multi-marketing companies that work under the same guise. Or you can go find a product in the store, put it in your pocket, and go sell it. You go register with the city, doing business as, and then you go on the internet and you find products that you feel comfortable with.
The brother here, he's in the process of doing that himself. He went and applied for his seller's license. He wanted to sell merchandise in our city and stuff of that nature.
He's in on it already.
Okay. I mean, and now you guys have your own business. You're doing something that you obviously have identified as within you.
These are just, your thoughts they're just your dreams and your thoughts until you bring them to reality,
Which some call it magic,
Yeah.
some call it visualization, some call it thank God. But it's once you identify with who you are and you utilize those things and you move in a forward action to make these things happen. It's not a secret when you see something like, dang, he's making it. How'd he do that? Instead of actually finding out how he did that, a lot of times we build up jealousy, envy. Then we start plotting on it. And then instead of learning the proper way and learning and becoming an apprentice, because he's my peer, I don't want to become an apprentice. Come on, he like me. I ain't going to learn nothing from him. You know what I'm saying? But he got $1 million in his pocket and you broke. The best place for you to have went to, as crazy as it may seem, if you are strong in your square and then on your D, was to go to the homeless shelter. Because, you're provided, you are an indigent. If you're living in somebody's house, you're not an indigent of the state. If you have any kind of housing, you're doing all right. But if the state has to administer you something, then they have to administer you. If they have to administer you housing, now they have to do funds. Now they have to do opportunity too, because they don't want to have you living in their house forever. Once we start seeing these things and start the secret, you could sit there and